got a bit of a thunderstorm come over. The track was obviously very wet, and it's still raining now. But I managed to get the whole shot, keep out in front, and that way in the rain you don't get splashed with mud, so you keep clean and you can see where you're going, and it all went very well.
A combined field for the final of the Super Truck, Super Special and Production Vehicle categories, with an upset in the qualifying rounds when Claudio Piazzamuso in the yellow Sobe Ford Courier beat brother and reigning champion Paolo in the light Ford Courier. When Paolo and the light Ford took the wide line through the left-hand sweep, it was the break that Claudio needed to take the Sobe Ford Courier into the lead, ahead of Bucks Carolyn and the big 4x4 Sobe Ford F-150. Carolyn was under pressure from early production vehicle leader Frank de Greef in the Volkswagen Beetle and Super Specials leader Henry Kirstein in the Chenoweth. The two Ford Couriers were side by side up the backstraight, with Paolo Piazzamuso looking to regain the lead. Carolyn was in trouble in the Ford F-150, which was a handful in the wet. First Henry Kirstein and then Frank de Greef went past the reigning Super Special champion, who sold the Chenoweth to Kirstein. Carolyn also had the other Super Specials of Bodo Bertolt and Max Moore closing in on him, and it was going to be a tough outing for Carolyn. At the front of the field, the Piazzamuso show was in full swing, with Paolo back in the lead in the light Ford Courier. The brothers already had a huge lead over Henry Kirstein, and at that rate were going to be in amongst the back markers before half distance. The Piazzamusos come from a motorsport family, and father Giovanni was a Springbok rally driver. Paolo followed his father into rallying and is a South African class champion, while Claudio went into single-seater racing and won the South African Formula 4 title. Claudio also has a number of South African car championships to his name, and both brothers also excelled in BMX cycle racing. The big Ford Couriers imported from American Stadium Racing are an awesome sight when they are in full cry around the AA Kailami short course off-road circuit. Claudio Piazzamuso was on a charge to regain the lead, with Bodo Bertolt chasing after Super Special leader Henry Kirstein. The Piazzamusos were now in amongst the slower traffic, and Claudio took advantage of the situation to go back into the lead. Up the back straight, he had 3 or 4 car lengths between himself and brother Paolo, but up ahead was more slow traffic. Over the start-finish jump, the light Ford Courier had the inside line for the sweep. Race leader Claudio decided on the outside line, and it turned out to be the wrong option. With a big Sobe Ford Courier sliding all the way to the outside of the circuit, the lead changed hands once again, with reigning champion Paolo back in the front in the light Ford Courier. There was plenty of slower traffic up ahead, and after closing on brother Paolo at the bottom end of the circuit, Claudio lost out coming onto the back straight. The gap opened once more as the Sobe Ford had to find a way past Max Moore and Frank Bass in the Mazda Bucky. Spectacular stuff from race leader Paolo Piazzamuso, with brother Claudio starting to lose a little ground, with body panels starting to come adrift on the Sobe Ford Courier. Paolo Piazzamuso in the light Ford Courier was now starting to take control of the race, and it did not look as though there would be a repeat of the upset earlier in the day when Claudio won a qualifying heat in the Sobe Ford. While the Piazzamuso brothers were sitting back and enjoying what looked like a Sunday drive in the park, Bucks Carolyn was still fighting his way around in the big Sobe Ford F-150. The monster F-150 wasn't designed for stadium or short course racing, and Carolyn was already a lap down on the Piazzamuso brothers. Race distance was rapidly running out on Claudio Piazzamuso in his efforts to try and catch race leader and brother Paolo. The elder of the two Piazzamusos were starting to let it all hang out in a desperate attempt to get close enough to the light Ford Courier to start applying some pressure. The distance between the two Ford Couriers was slowly closing, but it wasn't closing quickly enough for Paolo to be a major threat at this stage. Down the field, Frank Bass was having a steady run in the aging Mazda Bucky, running in the production vehicle class. Bass had lost touch with production vehicle leader Frank de Greef, but was soldiering on with second place overall in class, his reward for the day. The home-built WPP Wingfoot of Max Moore was circulating steadily and running second in the Super Special category. Frank de Greef in the Volkswagen Beetle was out in front of Frank Bass in the production vehicle class, with the field starting to spread out in the closing stages. Bodo Bertolt was second in the Super Special class in the Orca Golf and was about to come under attack from the two Ford Couriers who were on their last lap. Claudio had closed up on race leader Paolo, but a mistake at the bottom turn finally put paid to his chances for the day. A gentle slide into the bank, and all the reigning champion Paulo Piazza Musa now had to do was see out the final lap unscathed. That proved to be no problem at all, with the reigning Super Truck champion taking his first win of the season ahead of brother Paulo and Bucks Carolyn. Great result for the Ford team in round 1 of the Super Truck category in Super Series 98, with the Piazza Musa brothers firmly entrenched as title favourites. Another win for Henry Kirstein in the Chenoweth in the Super Special category, and a double for Frank de Greef in the production vehicle class. But how did Paulo fancy the conditions?
Fantastic. As a rally driver, we like playing in the mud, and the conditions really suited me. We came to terms with the problems on the truck, and we ate for a way. We won a heat. That's great.